Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to start this week with this reading for the group SHINee, since they're having a comeback very soon. And actually I was realizing that I read for certain members of the group for individual readings, and I actually haven't had like a proper reading for the group this year, for I believe for this year 2023. So yes, let's start today. So yay. Um, let's see the cards that they got. They start the reading with the Nine of Swords in reversed, Knight of Swords, Justice, Six of Cups, and Eight of Wands. And then from the Oracle of Radiant Sun, we got the card of Mars. I believe it's Mars in Gemini, Decision. I'm sorry, guys. The letters of the cards are so tiny. Um, so yeah, like definitely, I think that what caught my attention the most is the Justice in the middle, because it's the only major arcana that they got. And I believe that this is very powerful, actually, and definitely it has to do with the intense feeling, and then probably the protagonism in this year is going to be Justice. Justice is going to be very much present in the group and for the group. And I definitely think and reflect about this Justice, because I know there were some like some some actions that the fans did to so the show, so the group can, and the fans also can have a better experience for this comeback. So I definitely sense that they, the fandom, like somehow they changed the course of this experience for the guys. I think that they definitely made their presence and their influence being seen, and it helped them like somehow be a bit more at ease mentally with something that they had been struggling for years, that it has to do with a lot of discussions actually about SHINee's future, or about what they want to do when it comes to ideas, promotions. Of course that now we have all the members, after Taemin came back from the military, we have them all. There were, I believe they were also here with the Knight of Swords, and the nine of Swords in reverse. I believe that they were worried for Taemin as well, and now that he's back, the Nine of Swords is in reverse, so they are not that worried anymore. Like it seems like they can sleep better, like knowing that all of them are together. Slowly the insomnia, the nightmares. These guys have a lot of nightmares. I'm seeing it like literally. And this is not about like, oh, it's a feeling, or it's an unconscious fear. No, I think that they definitely do not sleep well. Like I think that they have a lot of flashbacks from the past, and they get their dream, in like their ability to rest interrupted. But I think that they also feel motivated because of this gesture of the fans bringing justice to them. They think that they are like, okay, if the fans were able to do this for us, then we must be stronger for them. Like we really must like keep going with the battle. The battle of like, okay, if I see that I don't agree on something, or if I feel like I have to keep insisting on an idea that I have to keep insisting. Um, and definitely, I believe that probably there's one member in particular that is very vocal, that is very uh, opinionated about things when things don't go well, and he's also a bit of a perfectionist, so he's very open, and a bit confrontative also, because he's very smart, so he's like, he has all the receipts. But I think that since something has changed for SHINee this year, these last months, it had been an interesting swift of circumstances. They really were like, it's not that they gave up on fighting on certain things, like about what's right and a fair treatment, but they were also tired, and they actually, since SM was going through so much, and I believe that probably they will continue in this state of trying to accommodate themselves to who is going to handle SM and how they're going to do it and how they're going to manage all these groups. They definitely are very ambitious, like we had talked about the SM, trying to get all the groups out there, as many as they can, put them all to work. But the organization is not the best, the planning is not the best. So I think that the balance that the fandom was able to bring to this group, it's amazing. And definitely I have to recognize this to you guys, because I think that the guys definitely do recognize it. They definitely feel a great relief, because they were tired, mentally they were tired of meaningless, like, conversations and meetings, and just to end up like agreeing on something that they actually weren't very happy about. So I think that this year is going to be a year of balance for them as a group. They are slowly coming back to their usual dynamic. Probably they are connecting with the past as well, but not in a like nostalgic way. I think that they are connecting also with, I want to connect with how we used to feel when we used to go on tour, or when we used to promote together, when we used to be like younger. I don't know why they're thinking about their younger self, but they probably think about, the younger self, their inner child, and they are like, let's have fun, let's connect with how we used to be, let's be generous with each other, let's celebrate our legacy as well. Let's do this with warmth in our hearts, not feeling a heavy weight, nor overthinking, nor overanalyzing. I think that this comeback is going to be very emotional, but not sad. I don't think it's sad. I think that it's recognizing their trajectory, obviously, recognizing what led them to where they are right now, but also like recognizing that probably without the fans they are nothing, and I think that the fans somehow saved them, like saved them from more than what the fans could actually understand, and with this I know they have a very close relationship, but I think that their feeling is very immense, and I don't know, I cannot put it into words. I only know that I'm getting a bit emotional by thinking about it. Like, definitely they they are like, thank you for always being there for us, and thank you for always being generous and open to receive us. Um, they feel at home with the fans. They feel at home. Uh, the fans are their safe place. The fans are uh, that old friend. You know that that relationship that stood the test of time, and they are like, now we can look back at the past and we can actually smile, and probably back then it wasn't easy for neither of the parts, neither for the fans and nor them. And now they are like, okay, now it's time to bring justice. They want to make justice, I feel like they're feeling a bit more courageous since this change happened. They are like, we should be more proactive in our search for justice. So I don't know, guys. I think that they have to make a decision, but they don't know how to make it because they got the card of decision. They got the card of Mars in Gemini, and it definitely has to do with a contract. It has to do with papers. It had to do with how do we communicate this, because honestly, since they are going to have a wonderful experience with the fans. Definitely, this is going to be a very memorable year, a year of a lot of like really like connecting emotionally, and just um also forgiving the past self, all the things that we regretted in the past, that we were like, oh, why didn't we do this differently? They are like healing that. They are like recognizing it and saying goodbye to that guilt. Um, but here with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I'm like, I don't know why I think that, yes, because of the fans' um, involvement in this justice, they were able to gain a better, better things. But here with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I sense that the progress, like all these things or these moments, um, there could be some interruptions. I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be about something being cancelled or something like that. But I think that it's about things becoming slow again for them. I don't know if it's that they will need a confirmation to do something or to launch something or to release something, and things are going to get lost or are going to be delayed or are going to be, I don't know, lost in translation. I don't know. It seems like, things are going great until there's a slowness again, or there's like no direction again. So I don't know if what the guys plan to do after the comeback. But it seems like things are not going to be that like things are not going to move that fast, and this is going to be annoying again for the fans and for them. And I think that like this is also going to trigger again the fans need to do something and themselves to do something, because I believe that they are very much connected with the fans, and they are like, okay, we cannot keep having the fans, middling in for us. Like, we need to do something about this. Like, this is a bit like, this is embarrassing what they are doing to us. So I think that here with this Mars in Gemini, there's something about them like having to make a bold statement, putting some conditions in their contract or actually, Mars in Gemini, it's not only about, the card says decision, that is about having to make a decision. This is serious, and but also it has to do about, like having those uncomfortable discussions and conversations and being like, we cannot keep accepting this from you. Like, either you give us what we want and how we want it, or I don't know, we will have to make like very like, you know, groundbreaking decisions, in the sense that okay, you cannot give us a proper promotion or a proper treatment, okay, we will go. Somehow putting a very assertive and a bit, a straightforward message about like, we will not tolerate this anymore. Because I think that the fans are also getting impatient. The fans are also getting, the fans have done their part to bring the justice, to bring into awareness again that how come you're doing this to, you know, one of the groups that have the most trajectory. And the guys went through a lot. Like, this is embarrassing, you know. So I think that they all want to celebrate that they have the group together. They are all very happy. There's a lot of feelings. There's a lot of need for reconnect. There's a lot of need to see each other. Definitely there's. They want to interact with the fans. They cannot wait. But there's also like, why is this taking so long? Like, why does it seem like we make an advance and then again we have to pray for things to keep moving? Like, I don't know. I think that it gets very annoying. But, I think that this is a very important moment for SHINee. Um, because of the justice that is in the middle. That is like, guys, why don't you bring justice into this? Like, literally. Why don't you bring the law into this? Bring the papers. Bring the legal representation. Like, because this is not, they have to have a voice in this. They have to speak up. I know there's a member, I know there's a member or two that are the ones that always have this, that are the ones that are more outspoken and are like, this is BS what you're giving us, and being confrontative and being honest. But I think that this is about all of them having this attitude, giving them no space for speculation. It's like, no, we want justice and we want it now. I think that there's something about them probably trying to not make a decision. Like, I don't want to make this decision, and I don't think that is about the group separating. Or no, it doesn't have to do with an ending. It's more about a new negotiation. There's something here. The conditions are not matching their expectations nor the fandom expectations. So, something has to be done. A decision has to be made. And they have to be on board with this. I think that in this case, there's something about, there's a sort of like differences in the way the members view this. There are some members that are more proactive, and there are members that are like somehow waiting for things to resolve themselves. So the issue to resolve itself, there's like, oh well, yeah, this could be better, but we should wait. We don't know what's going to happen, so we should remain hopeful. Somehow trying to be peaceful about it, but I don't think that this is the moment to be peaceful. um, because if in all these years of career they just got this, I think that this is not looking good. So yeah, it's about claiming what is yours, and bringing justice into the mix, because I believe it's important. um, and I think that you know the fans getting involved also is like a wake up call. It's the artists have to also, like, which they do, they see it, but I think that their efforts, they do not think the same way about the situation. So I think that they are the ones that want to confront, and then they are the ones that escape the confrontation. So they have to work on that as well, because things are going to be, they are going to be on their way, but there could be some inconveniences again, some slowness, some delays, some, like, some plans or um, arranges not actually coming to a materialization, being slowed down somehow. So yeah, but a lot of growth and a lot of potential to connect with justice, and connect with balance and with what is fair for them. So yes, guys, this is all I have for SHINee. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I see you in my next video. Bye.